Sometimes I think it might be weird that I've stayed in the city I was born in. Well, don't panic. I know what you're thinking. How much range can this poor girl have when she's lived all her life within so many miles of the M25? But you're wrong. I do have life experience. You know, I was born and raised in West London, then went to school in the south, and now live just north of the British Museum. But say what you will, you girls got range. I just need to conquer East London to become the most unbearable version of myself. A true Londoner in every sense of the word. God, I'd be completely insufferable. Although, I'm not sure how I could get much worse, seeing as London has already shaped me into the hateful little goblin you see before you. But you're right, it's not that obvious to the untrained eye. To many, I'm still what the ladies call a catch. But on the inside, I have this sort of burning anger that is only ever really utilised by people who feel personally wronged by things that have very little to do with them, or that only ever really cause a very mild inconvenience. I'll give you an example. It's like how self-proclaimed carnivores feel when they see a vegan option on a food menu. Or like how Katie Hopkins feels when she sees a child's been named after a city. It's like how I feel about tourists anywhere in the capital. I mean, it is just infuriating. And look, deep down, something inside me knows that this city, my city, sort of maybe probably needs these tourists in order to narrowly avoid economic collapse, but come on! The hordes that gather in Camden like it's the cultural centre for anyone who's never seen a canal or bought extortionately priced street food. When I'm in Camden, I'm just trying to go to Spoons on my lunch break. Don't unpack that. Or the outsiders, who might temporarily look like they could belong, only to reveal how truly misplaced they are when they stop abruptly in the street with such little spatial awareness that my driving instructor would roll in his grave. And he's not even dead. Try explain pedestrian road rage to people that walk for fun. God forbid I see a group of tourists in a tube station on a day in which I am late for work. A woman with a suitcase stands in front of the escalator and I think about pushing her down it. A person in my peripheral sits next to me on the tube when there are other seats free in the carriage, and I can't stop myself from thinking, excuse me, but are you a stupid fucking moron? Really, anytime a stranger so much as looks at me, this tiny ball of insurmountable rage takes over my brain and makes me want to throttle them. Maybe I just have a very strong distrust of strangers. But look, I'll grant you that sometimes aren't so bad. Like when I did my weekly shop at the Hammersmith Lidl instead of my regular Lidl, so I had to get the tube back. Now, first of all, taking a London train of any kind above all the tube with more than one bag. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing, I could die. And for what reason? People go places, naturally luggage follows. And I am talking about a very specific baggage. No one's cringing with arms full of luxury shopping bags whilst they live out their pretty woman fantasy. So anyway, I'm on the tube with 3 grocery bags at my feet and another on my arm. Humiliating, I know. They're actually really heavy and God, why is the Piccadilly line so hot at this time of year? But the nightmare's nearly over, and as I'm walking towards my exit, I register this older gentleman watching me. Naturally, I'm fuming. So obviously I say what all of us are thinking. Are you fucking all right? What the fuck do you want? Take a picture, Grandad, it will last longer. But I say that in my head, obviously. And just as I'm chastising myself with this bout of uncontrollable silent abuse, he reaches out and takes my bags from me. And I am completely... He's looking at me and I'm looking at him with my dinner plans in his hands when he beckons me towards the stairs, into the lift and past the ticket barriers where he hands the bags back to me. I find my voice and I'm stumbling over my thank yous, unsure how to proceed, much less process the kindness of this old man who moments ago I would have stabbed with my keys if I was offered the opportunity. He shrugs, says, "They looked heavy." We both leave the station. But I walk a different way back. And when I see one, I duck into a Costa, then leave without ordering anything. Because I didn't see which way he went. And after all that, something in my gut tells me not to trust this stranger's random act of kindness. How naive to believe that this kind old man might want nothing in return. It's a nice walk though, the diversion home.